Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 6, Episode 9. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Previously on Tyler Perry's Sistas. Karen lost her damn mind and went out to this coffee shop with Zach. Okay, so she's sitting there throwing it at him on a platter, and he's like, I'm not taking it. I'm with Fatima. Aaron is being annoying as ever. Danny is getting ready for her date. All the heifers show up to Karen's house, and Fatima kicked the door in, but it was open, so she walked on in. My girls hold me down, them boys mess around and sing. When the episode opens up, Karen jumps up because Big Tima in the building. So Karen is like, this bitch done came in here like she paid bills. She said, and if I did, it would look a lot nicer than it does now. Now, Fatima, it's okay for what it is. It's eclectic, honey. It's giving a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Oh, child, this is a fool. Daddy talking about, no, it's nice. You wrong for that. When I tell y'all I was hollering, I said, baby, Daddy knows she crazy. So Karen is trying to get her to leave. Get out. You need to get out of my house. She's like, put me out. So, child, they're going back and forth. Andy trying to get her to leave, talking about, Fatima, you need to go. And do not forget that I'm your boss. Girl, you don't want nothing but that mouth. Anyway, so Fatima tells Karen to stop throwing that vagina at her man. Okay, because it's her man. And you need to find you one of your own. Child, the only thing saving her, she said, is her imaginary baby. Now, y'all know I think the baby ain't in there. Okay? Y'all know I think ain't nothing in there at all. But if Karen wants to keep this up, Fatima is like, I will knock that baby up out of you. Fatima, I don't think Karen is getting it. So while all this is going on, here comes Zach. Hey, sir. So Fatima is like, I thought I put you to sleep. I thought I put it on you, right? And you were in there sleeping. Oh, okay, I thought that's all you needed. So Karen's sitting there looking like, I done got a fresh wig and put on my good house dress, and you gonna have enough nerve to come in here, and she's saying that y'all just had sex. So she trying to make Karen mad. Karen trying to get at Zach. Child, this is a fool. I wouldn't even give Karen that much, but that's just me. Okay, that's just me. Now, I would love for Fatima to cuss her the hell out, but she ain't even worth it. So Karen talking about, bitch, he's the father of my baby. So she takes this envelope, okay, this manila envelope, and she pushes it into Zach's chest. So Fatima looking like, hit him again. Do something to him again. And I'm like, girl, he gonna be fine, child. That chest good. But truth be told, I think Karen knows that she lost that baby in that fire. When she went in that fire and laid down, no telling how long it took for somebody to rescue her. I think Karen knows that, and she is playing in our face. So, baby, these two going at it. They're going back and forth and back. And, of course, whenever there's chaos, here comes Aaron. Hey, Aaron. Oh, my God. Aaron is giving me, go home, Roger. Tia and Tamara are arguing right now. So, go home, Roger. Here come Aaron in the midst of it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sir, be quiet. Why are you here? You are always showing up unannounced. I don't know, y'all. Just something about Aaron just irks me. I don't know what it is, but it's just something about him that just gets on my nerves. And I like nice guys, but something about him gives me sneaky. And I just don't fully trust him, honey, fiction or not. So they trying to calm Karen down. Aaron trying to figure out if Karen's okay. Karen, are you good? So she's rolling her eyes, honey, because she can't stand the sight of him. Aaron is giving very much. You make me want to throw my pager out the window. Tell MCI to cut the phone pole. Break my lease so I can move. Because you're a bugaboo, a bugaboo. It's giving. It's giving the old school Destiny's Child, honey, before they kicked him out the group. It is giving very much when Latavia and Latoya were in the mix. Sir, please, for the love of everything Tyler Perry, stop talking to this woman. Aaron, get some self-esteem about yourself. Leave Karen where she stands. I wouldn't even bother with Karen. Why are you bothering with Karen? So he asked them to leave because he's looking at Zach and Fatima. He's like, y'all need to leave. So Zach gets into it with him. And this is what confuses me. This is what I don't understand. Okay, because we're just talking. Why are you mad at Aaron if you're done with Karen? Okay, it's giving rhyme. Y'all hear that? Aaron and Karen. Why are you mad at Aaron if you're done with Karen? It doesn't make any sense. You should be happy that he's taking her off your hands. You should be like, oh my God, okay, Aaron's here. Thank you. I would have been shaking his hand. Thank you so much for standing in. And I would have been gone. But you argue every time with him, which leads me to believe, okay, if this were real life, that you feel some type of way that I like Aaron. When I really don't like Aaron, I really love you. It's making me feel like you feel away. So the envelope that was on his chest, child, it's on the floor. He done threw it on the floor. Fatima tells him, pick it up, Zach. He's like, I'm not picking up nothing. Pick it up. So, child, he don't want to pick it up. Karen is like, tell her. Tell her how much you love me, Zach. Tell her about the coffee shop. Tell her. And how hard Joke was under the table. Tell her, Zach. She said, tell her how we screwed in the bathroom. Karen, you got some screws loose, baby. Y'all didn't touch each other at that coffee shop. Y'all didn't touch each other. He's like, stop lying. That was 3 years ago. Child, these two love to get it popping standing up, don't they? Have y'all ever had sex in a bed? That might have been part of the problem in the relationship. Y'all never laid the hell down. Y'all never laid the hell down, baby. You got to do the horizontal poker laying down, honey, not standing up. So he's like, you need to stop lying. Listen, Karen is bitter and she trifling. Because somebody lying like that with a straight face, that's some scary stuff. You hear me? She probably wanted Zach to come over and have sex with her so she could actually get pregnant. Because the damn show ain't no baby in there. Ain't no baby in there. And I'm going to keep on repeating. Hashtag ain't no baby in there. Moving forward. So Karen and Zach having a passionate fight, honey. They arguing back and forth and back. She getting too much passion for me. But that's just me. So she's telling him he needs to pick up the paper to see that he's the father. He's like, no, come on, Fatima, let's leave. She wants him to pick it up. She's like, so you just gonna forget about me and this baby? Girl, ain't no baby. And he's like, Fatima, please leave. Andy, don't you dare start that crying. Don't you dare. You stay hooping and hollering. Please don't start that crying. So Karen is hollering, asking him why he won't pick it up. She's crying in this little house dress she got on, all while Aaron is standing there probably ready to pick it up for him, child, because y'all know how Aaron is. He's like, I came at a bad time, I guess. Aaron, it's been a bad time since you stepped on the scene. I haven't seen a good time yet. So they're telling her to calm down because she don't want to stress the baby. So then they end up leaving. So Aaron is like, I don't want to overstep. Danny said, yet you showed up unannounced. Exactly, Danny. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem that I have. He always just shows up whenever he feels like it. Sir, you cannot just show up whenever you feel like it to my place. He said, Danny, enough. She said, hold up, preacher man. I'm not a member of your congregation. Oh my gosh. Daniela. Girl, if you don't shut up. Aaron, just leave these heifers be. I ain't seen you preach a sermon yet. Anywho, Karen turns around and she gets mad at Andy. She's like, you need to go too, because you were not trying to get her out of my house. So you need to go. And you know what? You need to choose between me and Fatima. Now, this may be an unpopular opinion, honey. Y'all let me know down below respectfully. Okay? But I agree. As much as Karen irks me, they have been friends since college. And if you cannot remain neutral, which will be impossible, then you need to choose. Because clearly you have outgrown Karen as far as the sister circle is concerned. You sitting up here talking about they are the epitome of love and couples goals and they give you hope. Meanwhile, they full of toxicity. Girl, goodbye. So Karen is yelling at everybody. They need to get the F out. You heifers need to leave. Get the hell out of my house. They won't go. They're sitting there. Hell no, we won't go. So she walks out. So Danny picks up the envelope to see who the father is. And I'm like, I know that's right. Here go Andy. Just leave it. Danny, just leave it. Girl, shut up. Let us get to the bottom of this because this is getting on my nerves. So Danny opens it up and it's a blank piece of paper. That paper is about as blank as her stomach. Because Karen know good and damn well that smoke inhalation did something to her. She knows that. I'm Tyler. Now you playing in my face. She wants to hold on to Zach so bad that she does not want to admit that maybe she lost that baby. That is what I'm thinking. Now, this might not be true, but my theory is that Karen is not still pregnant. She's just not. So after they discovered that Karen lied, they leave, but they end up on the curb with Zach and Aaron. So they wonder why they are still there. They're like, what are y'all doing here? So they're like, y'all need to go home. Aaron's talking about, well, if he's here, I'm not leaving. I don't know why. That would be all the more reason for me to leave. Child, you don't have no nice ladies in the congregation that you can communion with? Well, why do you have to keep coming over here with Karen and she keeps pushing you away? And then when you finally do get her, you're going to resent her and throw in her face every 5 minutes that it took you forever to get her. Trust me, I know. So Andy is like, why are you here, Zach? That's what I want to know. So Danny said, yeah, that is a good question. You plan on going back inside? He said, nah, I'm just here so that Fatima don't double back. Aaron is like, well, you coming at me. I had a life before being a preacher. Boy, anyway. So Sabrina is like, you know what? It's just a lot of toxic masculinity here. Zach said toxic masculinity. Well, what was that in there? Toxic femininity? The whole show is toxic. Let me run it down to you. Andy is in a toxic on again, off again relationship with a man that tried to crush her damn ribs. Andy, we thought you were deceased. Okay? Hayden just reeks of toxicity, stalking Fatima and tapping her damn phone because she accidentally gave him a taste. Fatima gives toxic because she actually gave Hayden a taste. Oh, child is the fool. Danny and Cowboy and his two can play that game mentality really gets on my nerves. But Danny gets on my nerves as well because she see the man is halfway trying, honey, but she just won't let him in because she has some unresolved issues. And Maurice and Calvin and their toxic roommate / friendship / Calvin wears panties is toxic. You know what? I'm sorry, it ain't y'all. Tyler, you're toxic. Moving forward. But touche, Zach, touche. Touche. Baby, he shut Sabrina right on up. Do you hear me? But y'all, the way that they are all on this curb is hilarious to me. When I tell y'all I hollered so loud because why are y'all on this curb talking in the dark? I said, baby, Tyler gonna cut them corners if he don't do nothing else. Why are y'all on this curb? So Andy is like, Zach, you know what? You can just go and I will stay. He said, oh, yeah. And what are you going to do? That's what I'm trying to figure out. What are you going to do? Danny said, yeah, because I mean, girl, you really was not much help on the inside. And the way she flung you like a rag doll, girl. Andy said, okay, I guess I'm just the worst friend ever. I'm leaving. Well, child, switch your little narrow tail onto the car and go home. Goodbye. Deuces. So Danny said, girl, I'm leaving. I have a date. I'm going to go be happy. So I'm gone. So now it's just Sabrina and Aaron and Zach. Aaron is like, so you're the dad, huh? Well, I bet you got a whole bunch of babies running around. So they getting all in each other's face. Poor Sabrina trying to pull him back. Fatima texts Zach and tells him that she made it home. So he leaves and Sabrina is stuck there with Aaron. So she smells alcohol on his breath. And he's getting all defensive talking about it's not your business. It was only one drink. Well, baby, that's how it starts. It only takes one. Okay? It only takes one. So Sabrina asks Aaron to give her his number and she will call him to tell him how Karen is doing. Oh, Sabrina's so sweet. Because I would have left as soon as I saw that blank piece of paper. But that's just me, honey. I would have been gone. I would have been on the I-10 by 10. Do you hear me? Child, she would have been looking for me in the daytime with a flashlight. So Sabrina goes back inside to find Karen with the door wide open, sitting on the couch with a GUN in her lap. I'm like, girl, what? Not Karen being ready for war. I bet the neighbors hate Karen. Do you hear me? Karen making all kinds of noise, honey. It has been gunshots all up and through that apartment. So Sabrina is trying to talk to her and she's like, leave. You need to go. She's trying to talk to her. And of course, Karen is being mean to her. Karen is like, Andy ain't no friend. Andy ain't no friend. So Sabrina is trying to convince her that Andrea is a friend. Karen is like, you know what? That's really messed up though, Sabrina. He came for me. When he thought that I was gone in that fire, he came for me. And then when I was moving on, you know, he took me to that coffee shop. He wanted to talk. He says, well, help me with my salon. Now, I have to say this. This time, Zach did send mixed signals. He did. But he did tell her at the coffee shop that he was with Fatima. But I feel like she gonna hold on to any bit of hope. She's not even listening because all she can think about is everybody telling her, oh, he was running to you, girl. He was coming to you. He pushed Fatima to the side. That's all she can see. So Sabrina is trying to explain to her that he was doing all of that because he thought that she was dead. Okay. And child, here come Pam. Pam, what? Hey, girl. So Pam comes on in when Karen gets up and walks away. She's like, well, I came by to check on Karen and she wasn't answering. Sabrina said, she's fine. Are you sure? She said, yeah, I'm so sure, Pam. She's okay. You can call her tomorrow. Tomorrow? Why? Pam, stop asking all these questions like a 2-year-old, honey. Just because, let me tell you something, Pam. Now is not a good time, girl. Karen is losing her damn mind right now and she cannot be reached. The number you have dialed is not in service. Girl, just call her back tomorrow. So Pam is like, I'll leave this time with you, but that was holding a gat. Oh, child. Pam, you are a mess. In the next scene at Maurice and Calvin's apartment, Calvin is trying to get through to Maurice. Maurice is making jokes because y'all know that's what he likes to do. He's like, Sabrina is handling this much better than you are. And here you are saying you're going to set him up to be unalived. So Calvin is explaining to him that Sabrina is not handling it well and she's not going to be able to take all this. Maurice tells him that Sabrina is so sweet and so kind and she really does not deserve any of this. He is the one that actually slept with Q. So it should be all on him. He didn't want to have to put her in it. And Q should have never put her in it. So he wants to have him unalived because that's the only way he sees to get justice. So Calvin is like, you know what? Just do what you want to do. I just can't even talk to you when you're like this. So you know what? Just do what you want to do. So Maurice was like, you know what? I'm going to straighten it out. Moving forward. Child, Zach back at home. He gets back to the house. Fatima is pacing the floor, honey. He wants to know why she went over there. Child, you know why she went over there. You told her what went down at that coffee shop and she decided to meet Karen with the door open because she knew that she was waiting. So you already know. So Fatima's like, I'm sick of her and sometimes you gotta let it. No, I know that's right. Here goes Zach. I just want a happy life without her in it all the time. Well, that is not going to happen as long as Karen has any dealings. Okay, as long as she can keep drawing out this 1-day-old pregnancy, then you're never going to have peace. And Zach, the problem would be solved if you just stepped up and said, you know what, I'm sick of this. Karen, just like Aaron did, I'm going to take you to the doctor myself. So let's get down to the bottom of it. Because if I am the father, this is what you should be doing. These are the boundaries. I am in a new relationship. We are co-parents and we haven't even started that because the baby isn't here. Okay, but you need to put your foot down and go to the doctor with this girl because baby, ain't no baby in there. Hashtag ain't no baby in there. So Fatima is like, you know, I'm just sick of her. And sometimes you got to let him know. So he tells Fatima that she was wrong for going to her house. Boy, please. Now, in real life, you are wrong for going to this girl's house. But Karen needs to be checked. In Tyler Perry land, Karen needs to be checked. He's like, Fatima, you don't hate her. Says who? Who said that? Honey, shout out to Portia. So she was like, no, I don't hate her. But I have boundaries. And when you cross my boundaries, all hell gonna break loose. I know that's right, honey, period. And that's on the missed period that Karen claimed she had. Okay. So Zach is like, you know what? I can't even talk to you right now. You're tripping. I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed because I can't even talk to you. So she said, okay. So she getting ready to turn around and go sit down. He said, what are you doing? She's like, I'm going to go sit down. And I don't even know what you're talking about because I'm calm. He's like, this is calm. Okay. She said, I'm not going to go over there. You can go upstairs and go to sleep. Well, child, I guess he gonna sleep sitting up in this chair because he sat in the chair and turned right around and started looking at her. But this was so funny to me because it reminded me of something my grandmother would say. He said, and where's your pocketbook? Duval, not her pocketbook. I'm not about to play. Child, he was sitting there like Claire and Cliff Huxtable when Vanessa snuck down to Baltimore to see the wretched to have big fun. Baby, the way he was sitting facing that door. In the next scene, Gary and Hayden, they're talking. Child, how these two became a duo is beyond me. Child, the blind leading the blind. Anywho, these two are having a conversation. Hayden wants some advice. Gary is like, I'm not going to give you no advice because you're going to do what you want to do anyway, so just do it. Hayden gets home and his wife, okay, is all dressed in her lingerie. Girl, you working a little hard for Hayden, little bit self. Girl, okay. So he ends up telling her that they are moving too fast and she's upset because she likes being his wife. Girl, it's been 3 days, okay? 72 hours. What do you like about being his wife? The girl say, what now? He tells her he wants an annulment. She's like, what is that? So he has to explain it to her. She's in her feelings because how dare he? So she was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you exactly what you want. I'm going to sleep and I will be moving out in the morning. Girl, why put off till tomorrow what you can do today? I'm just saying. In the next scene, Preston and Danny finally make it to their date. Okay, so they sitting there looking all stiff. Danny is barely eating, worrying about Karen. So Preston is like, are you okay? So she's like, you know, just some stuff with Karen. So Preston tells Danny that he actually talked to Zach about how he was ignoring Fatima and all over Karen. So she said, well, that's strange that you noticed that because when it comes to us, you're like, duh, what? You're oblivious. Okay, you have absolutely no damn idea. Y'all, these two spent their whole dinner talking about Zach and Karen. Destin is not doing it for me right now. It's just not doing it for me. I don't see any chemistry. Tyler, write them to hold hands across the table. I wanted to see them talking about their new start, and Danny maybe telling him what made her realize that she wanted to give him a chance. Maybe he making her feel more vulnerable and able to open up. Like, what is this? Like, what is it? And Danny is kind of childlike in her mannerisms on this date. Like, it's giving high school. It's giving my mom dropped me off on my first big girl date. Charlie gave absolutely nothing. In the next scene, Sabrina calls Andy to check on her, of course. Andy stays appalled. So she's like, I can't believe it. You know, I can be friends with both of them. Now, this is just my opinion. In my opinion, you cannot, because it's simply a conflict of interest. You cannot be friends with the both of them. I mean, she couldn't be friends with me. Now, she can do whatever she want to do in Tyler Perry Land. Okay, that's just me. She could not be friends with me and my ex's new woman. And we got beef too? Oh, hell no. And again, Sabrina, you so sweet, checking on everybody, and nobody's checking on you. You literally just got out of jail. Could be sent to the pen. Okay, you were falling the hell apart, and you worried about everybody else. Maurice, you better fix it. Okay, you better fix it damn fast. So they get off the phone, and Gary shows up. So he's like, are you okay? She said, no, but I don't want to talk about it. So he's trying to hug her. She's like, what are you doing? What is this? Like, what are you doing? He said, I'm trying to comfort you. She basically was like, no, I don't feel good, and you always make me feel better. So let's get into it, honey. Let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Let's have the sexuals. Tyler, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. Please stop writing these women to run to sex every time they experience one minor inconvenience. Please stop that. They are more than what's between their legs. The only one that doesn't do that is Fatima, because I believe Sabrina even did that in the past with Calvin a few seasons back. Sex is not the answer. It's just not. How about them being held and venting, or all of them getting together for a trip or a spa day? It's just sex, fussing, and fighting. Tyler, get it together. Tyler, this is my suggestion to you. Get together a focus group before you write for the new season and ask them about real life experiences in a sister girl group. Dealing with men who ain't okay? Dealing with the perils of life. Please. Because this right here, let's just have sex and it's going to make me feel better. Child, this right here is a fool. So Gary was not feeling being used for sex. She picks up the phone and gets ready to call somebody else. Honey, are you calling Rockin' Robin? Because we ain't seen him since. Is he okay? We have not seen Robin since I don't know when. This is hilarious. Him not wanting to be used for sex. Coming from the man that was seeing the sex therapist in Andy's house while she was at work. Boy, goodbye. So he's like, you know what? You're just in a weird place. She's like, yeah, I'm pushing 40 and I'm wondering if the man I'm with is cheating on me. Child, Gary ain't doing nothing but going from this penthouse over there to that office and hanging out with Hayden. He ain't doing nothing, child. So then he turns around and says, clearly you're going through something and you need someone to talk to. And I don't feel like being that person tonight. And whoever you call, they're not going to F you like I do. When I tell you I would never, ever speak to his ass again, ever. I really wish Andy wouldn't have accepted this place. That's why he thinks he can do and say whatever. See, this is where my hyper independence kicks in. Because I'm not about to have you thinking you run me because you gave me this penthouse. That's not going to work for me. In the final scene, Maurice goes down to the precinct and he walks into the office, right? And he's like, are you the attorney handling this case? Now, I don't know if that was by accident or what, but I was looking and I was like, ain't that the trafficking cop? Or am I losing my mind? I could have sworn that was the trafficking cop. How did he become an attorney? Anywho, he sits down and tells him that it was him and Q that did it and Sabrina had absolutely nothing to do with it. And he was like, what? What are you saying? He said Sabrina didn't have anything to do with it. It was all me and Q. Maurice, no. We don't want you to get yourself locked up. And that was the end of the episode. Child, this right here is a mess. Y'all comment down below and tell me what you think about the almost smackdown. Okay, the only thing that was saving her was her stomach. Hashtag ain't no baby in there. And I will comment back to y'all and we're going to get into it in the comments. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.